Hello, today I'm going to show you a little bit about the software called Jing. It's made by TechSmith, and it is a screen recording software. So you can see up here in the top right hand corner I have what looks like a cartoon sun, and it just expanded because I've held my mouse over it long enough. This is the Jing program. If you leave it open, it will always run in the background, and it has three options from the start: capture, which looks like a plus sign, history, and what says more but looks like settings. So we're going to start with capture because that's really the purpose of the software. I go ahead and click there, and it gives me these two yellow lines, a vertical and a horizontal yellow line, and it's asking me to create an area for my capture. So I'm going to go ahead and click and drag, and I will select that area. And now what it's done is given me a box of options down here at the bottom left. And the first one says capture an image. The second one is capture a video. I can redo my selection, or I can cancel altogether. It also tells me the capture size, which if you were watching when I started to draw the capture area, it actually set it as I dragged out the area. So I'm going to start with a quick video. It's telling me that my mic is muted, and that's okay for this one. I have options now to stop, pause, unmute the microphone, restart, or cancel. You can also see that I only have 5 minutes. So every recording you do is limited to no longer than 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one. And what happens when I stop it is it gives me this preview, which is wonderful. It also allows me to give it a name right here in this box. And then I have two options. I can share via screencast, or I can save to my computer, or I can cancel. Now I can also customize Jing buttons, but I don't need to do that right now. For this one, I'm just going to save. So I go and click on save, and it's a standard dialog box that you expect. I go and click save, and it tells me I already have a test.swf file. Do I want to replace it? And I do. But the reason I point that out is because it is a shockwave file. SWF, which can be difficult to work with. It's not something like an MP4 or a QuickTime file, a .mov, MOV, that you can just play in any computer. So you do need to know how to convert that if you're going to save it. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. It's telling me that it did save it. I can open the file. So it goes OK. Now I'm going to do a different one. I want to show you how it would look, and here you can see in the bottom right corner that it is showing me the size. So I have the size, and again I'm going to capture a video. So again, I'm muted. I get a little bit of a warning, and my video has begun. We'll go about 10 seconds, and if this isn't a good enough indication for you, you can see the timeline here as it expands. That's plenty for me. I'm going to finish. Again, I have the preview. I'm going to leave this title the way it is and just click share to screencast. Now it wants me to sign in. So after I sign in, what will happen, and here it is up in the top right corner, it's preparing to upload. So I would sign in, this would be uploading, and it would provide me a link that I could share with my students or other teachers. So all they would have to do is click on the link, and they would go to screencast.com, and they would be able to watch my video. That's also helpful if you just need a place to host your video online so that you can connect it to something else, a learning management system for instance, because it will already be up online, so you don't have to worry about converting it or hosting it somewhere. It's already there. I'm not actually going to go ahead and log into this right now. I'm going to I'll just cancel here, cancel out of that. It tells me that it's saved in my capture history, but that I didn't log in, so the thing's been canceled because it basically doesn't know where to put it. So that is how to capture with Jing. Now you notice, do one other, take a picture here. If I capture an image, I get basically the same thing. I get some image editing tools. I've got the arrows selected. You can see the yellow border around it. I have a text tool, so I can add a title or something to this. I can draw a box to draw attention to certain places. Go ahead and undo that with the Command Z. I can highlight certain places. I can change the color here. This is all pretty standard. If I need to undo something, I can do that here. I can redo it here. So if I click redo, it just puts that box back for me. And then the same thing exists. I can share it via screencast. I can save it. I can copy it and paste it. So that's the additional option with a picture, copy and paste. Or I can cancel it altogether. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. I don't need it. And that is the capture button. So in the history, if I click on history, you can see that they're all basically the same, but it did save the things that I had done, and I could go back and look at those or save them. I can get rid of them if I need. I don't actually need any of that, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. And then I just want to look at the settings, which says more. I can click done. I can send feedback. I can change preferences, get help, or quit. Quit is quit the program. I'm going to look real quick at the preferences because there aren't that many, but you may want to know. So video format, want more options. That's going to try to sell me a pro version, which you can see is $99. I don't really need that option. I'm not going to actually pay for that option, but I could manage my account so that it's always active or so that it signs in automatically. There's a capture hotkey, so if I wanted to use keyboard shortcuts to start a capture, I could do that. I can customize Jing buttons, select an audio input device, or launch on startup, or use menu bar instead of sun. So I'm perfectly happy with the way it is now, and I'm going to go ahead and quit this program. Yes, by Jing. Alright, so that is Jing in a quick nutshell.